Hi, I'm Maria, and Benchmark changed my life. My injury happened in August 2020. I was involved in a motor vehicle accident. As a result of it, I got several fractures. My femoral artery was cut and open fractures on my right ankle, my femur, and my hand. Over time, they got infected, and I was within the 2% of the population whose fractures and injuries don't heal. The biggest concerns about my recovery were first that I didn't speak English at the time. I'm originally from Colombia and I am under a student visa in Australia. So when it happened, I could barely say a few words. Secondly, I was really scared of how I was able to survive if I didn't have a home to go, a family to look after me, and this social complexity around temporary visa holders. It was really tough at the time. Belinda from Benchmark came into my life a few weeks after the accident. She was really patient, loving, and caring towards the vulnerability and the anger I was experiencing at the moment. She not only focused on helping me to get back on my feet, but she was very supportive throughout the journey, especially when I was really sure that I was about to get an amputation. And I didn't have any family member to bear that weight and that responsibility of the decision I was about to make.
So I think in the beginning, Maria's mental health affected her ability or desire to engage in her recovery process. It was a matter of finding what her drives were and trying to work on those to help her own her recovery.
What Belinda did for me was indispensable. She made sure that she was always there holding my hand. She used to go with me to my medical appointments just to make sure that I understood what was being said. She was there all the time for me. She went to my home. She double-checked that the place was safe for me to go there before I was discharged from hospital. She made sure that I was getting enough opportunities to go to university, to make a life out of what happened to me. A moment that I would like to stress is when she found the only Spanish-speaking psychologist in Sydney that could help me to understand what was happening at the time. So she always made sure that I had the services I needed in my language.
I've attended some appointments with Maria, initially just to pave the way for that relationship to develop, so that she didn't have to repeat her story over and over again. I was able to summarise in a concise way the information that was required by the treating professional, the doctor. In the beginning, because her English wasn't as fluent, it was a lot easier and a lot faster for her. She was able to listen to what I was saying, and then she would ask me afterwards, is this the right word to use? So I truly believe that Maria's turning point in her physical and mental recovery was having finally a team of people that were going to support her.
I will also say that getting the right professionals is important. One day I called Belinda crying and shouting and said to her, something is wrong, I'm gonna lose my leg. And she said to me, if we are gonna get to that stage, we are gonna do it in the proper way. So the next step is to find a second opinion. I got access to the best doctors, to the best hospitals. In the past, I was wheelchair bound and I was carrying an external frame attached to my leg. But now I can walk without any support. I have recovered the length of my leg and I'm mobilizing on my own. And plus, I don't need a support worker now. This journey has been almost 6 years already, and I've been through more than 13 surgeries and endless rehabilitation sessions. But at the moment, I am a social work master's degree student at Western Sydney University. This is my last year. I've been able to thrive, not just in my academic performance, but also the experience I brought to class discussions, and it is thanks to Benchmark and Belinda. The support that has been behind me is not what I've been able to do, but how the services have been provided for me to reach the goals.
Now Maria is independent. I would only get a phone call or a message to tell me about amazing things that are happening in her life. She sent me a message to say, is it okay to ring? I've got very exciting news. She told me that she's very proud to say that she's on the Dean's list for her university results. And then also that she'd had her final surgery and that she was just going to be running up on the stage for her graduation coming up. She's recovered to a point where she doesn't need the support that she required in the earlier stages.
So I am the proof that Benchmark services work. There were many years that I didn't want to talk. I was in so much pain and I didn't want to expose my pain and the difficult period I was facing, so I could just call Belinda and cry over the phone without saying anything. Now I can talk. Now I can openly express how I felt and how grateful I am to having her in my life. She has changed my life through Benchmark, and that is worthy to be acknowledged and recognized publicly.